Hello, I'm Nola and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, I hope you'll stay a while. And for my new subscribers, welcome and thank you very much. It means more to me than I could possibly tell you. Today is Saturday, April the 18th, 2025, and the time is 11:22 p.m. and I am in the Netherlands, so I'm very close to Amsterdam. Or I live in Holland proper. So without further ado, this message came to me in stillness while I was laying quietly in bed. Spirit spoke, and what I'm about to share is not meant to frighten, but to prepare. These are visions I received about what's unfolding on our planet, and I offer them with reverence, humility, and a deep love for humanity. So, Spirit showed me fire, and lately my last few videos have been all about fire, and fire is cleansing, as you know. But I'm going to attempt to deliver this video unadulterated without adding any frills, because this is going to be the 10th time that I've attempted to record this and I'm about to give up, but I know how important it is for me to deliver this message, so please bear with me. So, a volcanic eruption in Alaska. I saw massive shaking and villages rattling, and the bones were rattling. The bones of the earth itself were rattling. And from the fire came something in the sky, a strange object that was bobbing back and forth above us, and also going up and down in a zigzag pattern, you know, like a W, up and down. And then I saw lasers or beams of some kind slashing through the skyway, and I felt that it was the military trying to bring something down. So I don't know what all of that is about. And then I was taken to France, and I'm a Francophile, I love France, but the streets were filled with anger, where people were rising in protest, because Spirit says new laws will attempt to strip away the freedoms of the French people, and people will not accept it lightly. France will burn in protest, not just in fire, but in purpose. So, a great political upheaval is coming. My goodness, we've already seen so much political upheaval, right? Spirit showed me the waters, military ships, missiles, and aggression. And the waters will churn with conflict. I don't recall seeing any American frigates or battleships, but I do recall seeing European battleships, I think perhaps from the UK and even from the Netherlands, from Russia, from Poland, you know. So there's going to be some kind of aggression at sea, because Spirit says that the water will churn with conflict. Excuse me. And soon we will witness what I can only describe as a spiritual and geopolitical storm. And then I was suddenly flying. Oh, I've been a flyer, literally in my sleep from a child. But as it's been a while since I recall having a dream or out-of-body traveling, astral traveling, where I was flying, but I was flying this morning. I was soaring above the Pacific Ocean. I flew over Hawaii. I saw Kilauea erupting, bigger than it has been in years. That eruption, Spirit said, is a sign and a signal of a deep shifting beneath the surface of the earth. and disruption beneath the Pacific floor. The sea trembled, and if you've ever had a shock and you're really trembling, that's the kind of trembling that I saw on the surface of the water, almost as though if you've ever thrown a pebble in a pond and you see the ripple effect and like a quivering of the water, that's what I saw, because earthquakes were striking beneath the ocean. And from those vibrations came tsunamis, rising higher than we've seen in our lifetime. And I've never experienced a tsunami, only what I've seen on TV. You know, what happened in Indonesia many years ago, and what happened in Japan and so on. And again, with this rising water, it was Japan, the Philippines, and Taiwan. Coasts were swallowed by waves. There was darkness at noon, and day became night. A massive chain of earthquakes, Indonesia, India, and China, one after the other, like dominoes falling, like a domino effect. But Spirit also spoke of something beautiful, something truly beautiful, a great awakening. Not from the media, not from the news, but from within, for the collective and each and every one of us, each and every one of you collectively. I'm just going to say it the way it was told to me. The Jesus consciousness rising, for lack of a better way to describe this. The awareness of corruption, manipulation, and ancient truths that have been buried for centuries, returning to the surface. And it reminded me of what we saw about a month or so ago, and please correct me, about Egypt and some tombs and the pyramids. Something was found that they were not expecting to find, and there was a lot of excitement about it, I remember. But Spirit says by 2030 we will be changed. But between now and then, and this is for the United States, planes will fall out of the sky. They will be captured on camera. And wildfires will rage, not just within the United States. And in the United States, I was shown Oregon, Washington State, and then I saw Canada. I also saw Oakland, California. Then in Europe, I saw Spain. And then in South America, it was Peru and Chile. And fire will be the purifier. And from the ashes, the phoenix will rise. I don't know if you've ever seen the charred remains after like a forest fire or some land that has burnt down, and then you drive by a month later and these tiny green shoots are coming through the earth. I think after all of this, there will be a new earth. I just heard that, a rebuilding, but a rebuilding on truth. And then I was given these dates, which is Monday, April the 20th, 2025, May the 18th, 2025, July the 7th, 2025. And it says, Spirit says, my guides, my ancestors, Spirit says, these will be days that the world remembers. I have no idea what is going to happen, good or bad. I pray that it's good things. And then we will also witness mass migration, not from war alone, but from natural disasters, catastrophes tied to the earth, to water, to fire. Some will never return home. Others won't have a home to return to. That's painful to say. And then more war. Iran, China, Russia, and North Korea. A dark alliance that's growing stronger, with missiles, aggression, and false flags, especially in the Middle East and Asia Pacific. And again, Spirit showed me, and I'm saying again because I've seen this so many times, and I've recorded it so many times, assassination attempts. And remember that these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Putin, Netanyahu, and the US president. 2 attempts on the American president, one in late April and one in July. These will be orchestrated and manipulated. That was as clear as you hear a bell ringing. I heard these will be orchestrated and manipulated. They will try to blame Iran. And Spirit showed me a large piece of paper, white, and across it I saw a wrist and a hand with a pen in the hand, and it wrote across the page, false, straight across the page, false. So then I saw days when the streets in Washington, D.C. and the steps of the Supreme Court are filled with hundreds of thousands fighting for freedom, fighting for truth, fighting for the soul of a nation. I keep looking down because I've been having a lot of technical issues today. And then Spirit showed me the storm, a hurricane. I don't know if you remember Katrina or Sandy, but I'm going to stick with a proportion akin to Katrina, ripping across Louisiana, up to Texas and Florida, reaching even into New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. And again, I also saw a shaking of the earth, enough to rattle people in New York and New Jersey again. I saw people on rooftops. I saw people in boats. I saw people clinging to helicopters. A storm that will not be forgotten. Spirit says the collapse is coming. The financial systems are shaking, but they are collapsing by design. I saw China stockpiling food and gold. You know, I don't know if you've ever been in an airplane hangar or seen one in a movie. Saw a lot of those. I saw silos with wheat and grain and stuff that they were storing up because they know. They've been shown. Even through nefarious acts. And again, this video is for entertainment purposes only. And also they are 5,000 years old. They've had a lot of practice at this kind of thing, right? They are now not bystanders. They are players in this great ignition. Then Spirit whispered, watch Alaska. Watch the Red Sea. Watch the Pacific. Watch France. This is the time of the fire, the time of the fall, the time of the rising. And Spirit says, do not fear. Those who walk in the light will recognize the signs, and those who awaken will not only survive, they will lead. This is a prophetic message I share from volcanic eruptions and massive tsunamis in the Pacific to uprisings in France and spiritual awakening across the globe. This is a warning call and a reassurance all in one. Oh, I just got something else. Oh, in America, I see, do you know the army trucks that we use to transport our military men and women with the benches in the back? I see a truck like that trying to cross a border. And I'm not sure which border it is. I don't know if it's between Canada or the border that is in Texas. Why am I seeing that? It's going to be loaded with weapons and bomb-like things. I don't know if this is meant for the 4th of July. Please, people, if you see something, say something. I hope that the border patrols will be aware. And we have the ability to change things. You are so powerful. We are so powerful. And prayer is so powerful. And we, the people, have the ability to change the minds of governments, to change how they decide things. So please remember how powerful you are. And this is a warning, a call, and a reassurance all in one. We are living in a time of purification by fire, order, and truth. These events are not random. They are signs. Spirit speaks of great migration, conflict, and collapse, but also of a rising consciousness, and I hope that you will find some peace in that. Again, this is not about fear. This is about awakening. Let those with eyes to see and ears to hear receive. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying for the duration. And if you feel moved, please like, subscribe, and share. This message may reach someone who really has been quietly praying for some guidance on what to do with their resources, their business, their money, their family. Someone out there might be praying for clarity, and I must remind you, in these difficult times, to get some sleep, stay away from too much of the news media. Go within, that's where your answers lay, and be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. When your body tells you to rest, please try to listen and be kind to others, because everyone is dealing with something we know nothing about. Until the next time, do take care and bye for now.